Today, it's time for round 5 of the recent vice presidential losers spinner battle. It's starting to heat up now. We're down to 8 candidates. Last time, spoiler, we lost Walter Mondale. His quest to win this thing came to an end. It's going to be the same story for one of these remaining 8. Hopefully your pick gets on the good side of the spinner and makes it to the next round. Let's dive into the first spin. That's going to be for Alaska. 3 electoral votes. Here it is. The first spin is going to be number 4. That is going to be Joe Lieberman. Let's keep it moving. Let's do Hawaii. There's another 4 votes here. And these 4 are going to go to number 2. That is Lloyd Bentsen. Now we go up to the Pacific Northwest, Washington. 12 votes. Number 7. That's going to be PR, Paul Ryan. How about Oregon? The Beaver State. It's holding 8 electoral votes, and they're going to be claimed by GF Geraldine Ferraro, number 1. Next up, we've got 54 votes at stake in California. If one of them were going to try to sweet talk the spinner, this would be the place to do it. Let's see what the spinner has in store. Here it is. Right on the line, but looks like number 1, Geraldine Ferraro, is going to go 2 in a row, and she's up to 62. She's got to be feeling great at this point. Let's keep going. We've got Nevada. A lot of states left. Number 8, that's going to be TK, Tim Kaine. How about the Gem State, Idaho? 4 votes coming to number 6, Sarah Palin. How about we go to Utah? We've got 6 here. And that is number 1, back to Ferraro. How about Arizona? 11 votes. We've got number 2, that is Lloyd Bentsen with his second state. The next spin is going to be for Montana. 4 votes. Number 1, Geraldine Ferraro. She stays hot. Let's do Wyoming. 3 votes. Who's going to get him? Number 4, Joe Lieberman. He's got state number 2. Colorado is next, the Centennial State. Number 3, Jack Kemp. He snags his first state. Up next, we've got the Land of Enchantment, New Mexico. 5 votes. Number 1, Geraldine Ferraro again. Next, we go up north to North Dakota. 3 votes. Number 6, Sarah Palin. She's also swiping her second state. How about South Dakota? Another 3 EVs. Coming to number 4, JL, Joe Lieberman. Now we've got Nebraska at large. They've got 2 votes. Number 8, that's going to be Tim Kaine. And Nebraska's first is next. A lone electoral vote coming to number 5, John Edwards. He's the last one in here on round 5. He starts off with 1. Let's do Nebraska's second. Number 3, Jack Kemp. He's got 1 more. And we'll close out Nebraska in the 3rd Congressional District. Number 5, John Edwards. He doubles his total to 2. How about Kansas? 6 votes here. The Sunflower State is going to be snagged by none other than Geraldine Ferraro. If you were pulling for Ferraro to get to the next round, I'm sure you were relieved a long time ago. But there's no guarantee she finishes in first place. Let's do Oklahoma. Lucky 7. Big spin. Number 6, Sarah Palin. Next, we've got Lloyd Bentsen's home state. It's Texas. Ton of votes here. Everybody except for Ferraro can really use them. Let's do the spin. That is number 3. That's going to go to Jack Kemp. That bumps him up to 51. Now we could go up to Minnesota. We've got 10 votes here. We can wave to Walter Mondale while we're here. Number 7. That is Paul Ryan. How about Iowa? They've got 6 EVs, and we're going to give them to number 2, Lloyd Bentsen. The next state is Missouri. 10 votes. We're going to show those to number 3, Jack Kemp. How about Arkansas, the natural state? 6 votes. Right over the line for number 8, that is Tim Kaine. And we go further south now to Louisiana, the Pelican State. Number 6, it's Sarah Palin. How about Wisconsin, Paul Ryan's home state? Here comes the spin. Close to the line again, but it's number 5, John Edwards. Edwards no longer on the bottom. Now it's going to be Lieberman. We've got a lot of votes on the horizon here in Illinois. 19 of them. Kind of a slow spin, but it's going to go to number 4, and that is Joe Lieberman. He was on the bottom for a couple of seconds, but now it's going to be back to John Edwards. Next up, we've got Michigan. They've got 15 votes. Who's going to swipe them? Number 1, Geraldine Ferraro. She's got another state. Let's do Indiana. And 11 votes coming in number 2, Lloyd Bentsen. The Bluegrass State is next, Kentucky. And that is number 6, Sarah Palin. The next state is Tennessee. And we're looking at 11 votes here, coming to number 4, Joe Lieberman. And now we've got the Magnolia State, Mississippi. They've got 6 votes, and we're going to give them to number 2, Lloyd Bentsen. Next door, it's the Yellowhammer State, Alabama. 9 votes, number 5, John Edwards. And now Tim Kaine is on the bottom, but that takes us into Florida. Ton of sunshine and a ton of electoral votes, 30 of them. A lot on the line here. Let's spin it. Who is going to win it? Number 3, that is Jack Kemp. Now Kemp is closing in on Ferraro for the top spot. Let's keep going to Georgia. We've got another 16. Tim Kaine looking for that 8, and look at that, he's got it. It's going to more than double his total. Now he's at 30. And now on the bottom is again John Edwards with 21. He's 1 behind Paul Ryan. The next spin is South Carolina. 9 votes. Number 1, Ferraro. She's the first one, over 100. North Carolina is next. Got a good chunk of votes here, 16. Coming to Joe Lieberman, number 4. The Buckeye State is next, Ohio. Another 17. Number 1, Geraldine Ferraro. How about the Mountain State, West Virginia? Only 4 votes. But number 8, Tim Kaine is going to swipe them. Let's go up to the Pine Tree State, Maine at large. 2 more votes. Number 4, Joe Lieberman. Next, we're going to spin for Maine's 1st Congressional District. And this one is a 3. It's going to go to Jack Kemp. How about Maine's 2nd? That is number 2. It's going to go to Lloyd Bentsen. The next state is New Hampshire. 4 votes. Number 1. It's going to Ferraro again. She's got a ton of states. Next door, it's Vermont. 3 votes. That was a pretty big spin, and it lands on number 3, Jack Kemp. Next up, it's Jack Kemp's home state of New York. And it's the same thing for Ferraro, but both of them are looking pretty good. John Edwards is still on the bottom, Paul Ryan only 1 ahead of him. So it's a critical spin. Let's do it. That is number 8. It's going to go to Tim Kaine. Let's keep it going. Let's do Massachusetts. 11 votes. And the spinner says number 3, Jack Kemp. Next up, we've got Lieberman's home state of Connecticut. It's lucky 7, and it's number 8, Tim Kaine. Next door, we've got Rhode Island, the Ocean State. 4 votes. And that's going to be back-to-back for Kaine. Still looking at John Edwards, number 5. Let's do the Garden State, New Jersey. We've got 14. That's a 6. That's going to go to Sarah Palin. Big sigh of relief there for Palin fans. Let's keep it going. Delaware. Only 3 votes, but that would do it for Edwards if he can put up a 5. Nope. Another one for Palin. Next, Maryland. They've got another 10. The Old Lion State is going to go to number 5. There it is. John Edwards secures 10 more. And that means Paul Ryan, number 7, is on the bottom. So Ryan now trails Edwards by 9. There's not enough here on DC, but that's the next spin. It is number 7 for Paul Ryan. That has got to be heartbreaking. He needed his number, but there's just not enough there. So that's kind of a tease. But can he do it again? He's got 2 chances. First is Pennsylvania. 19 votes. Ryan looking for a 7. Edwards hoping it's anything but a 7. Let's do the spin. This is number 1, It's going to Geraldine Ferraro. She's been consistently strong the entire round. But now we've got the final spin. It's Virginia. It's also Tim Kaine's home state. If it's a 7, Edwards is going home. If it's not a 7, Paul Ryan is headed for the exit. He's got a 1 in 8 chance. Here comes the final spin of round 5. Is it going to be a 7? No. That's it. Lloyd Benson, number 2, claims the final state. The winner here is Geraldine Ferraro with 147. Second place, Jack Kemp with 106. Third place is Tim Kaine with 73. On the bottom this time, it's Paul Ryan with 25. It's especially unfortunate for him because he needed his number to come up, and it did. But it was for DC, and he only got 3 votes out of it. So a heartbreaker there for Ryan. But aside from that, he only put up Washington and Minnesota. That just was not enough to overcome John Edwards, who was second from the bottom with 31. And then third from the bottom this time is Sarah Palin with 47. So a lot of suspense, but Paul Ryan unable to get over that hump. Everybody else is moving on to round 6. Geraldine Ferraro had another fantastic round. But as always, we're going to wipe the slate clean for the next round. Everybody vulnerable on the next one. But for now, let me know in the comments. Was Paul Ryan your pick to go all the way? If so, apologies, but you're going to have to pick somebody else. Maybe you're not at all a fan of Paul Ryan. Hopefully you had a good time anyway. Let me know what you think down below on your way out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.